So we've just heard about the future of commercial vehicles, but what about the here and the now? What can fleets do to stop worrying about rising fuel costs and find greater uptime in their operations? Please now join me in welcoming Total Energy's Melanie Fresto. She's the National Sales Manager, Business to Business of Total Energy's Marketing UAE. She's going to take a deep dive into the world of lubricants to find some peace of mind for fleet managers and help them meet the challenges of an ever more demanding market. Melanie, a huge welcome to the stage. Thank you very much indeed.
Good morning, everybody. Are you ready to know what is new in Total Energies? Let me hear you say yes. Oops. Let me start with some brief agenda first. It will be brief but full of information. So I'll be talking about the latest trend on the truck industry in the Middle East. I'll be giving some update on the international norm, new range of heavy-duty diesel engine oil from Total Energies, and some facts about electrification in heavy-duty vehicle. Let me start with the latest trends. ESMA, which is the Emirates Authority for Standardization and Metrology, mandated that all trucks to be imported in the UAE must be Euro 4 compliant. It was back there in 2018. However, most of the OEMs stepped further and introduced the Euro 5 compliant trucks. Some OEMs even recommends a thinner oil, which is 5W30 and 5W20 diesel engine oil. And most of the OEMs right now, from 50% of their sales are now Euro 5, and there are some OEM, 100% of their fleet are only Euro 5 compliance. This means that all these Euro 5 and Euro 6 trucks needs to use a low-sap lubricants. Low-sap lubricants, I'll be talking more about this in my later presentation. Let's talk about some focus on some other countries in the GCC region. There's an increased focus towards importing only Euro 5 and Euro 6. For example, in Qatar, starting next year, they can only import Euro 5 and Euro 6 vehicles. Let's go talk about more on the international norms. There are two organizations, maybe most of you knows about this, that defines the standards of the engine oil. First, let's take a look about the API specification, which is the American Petroleum Institute. In terms of commercial vehicle, back then in 1959, they have introduced this API specification. This API CA to CG4 are now obsolete. The minimum API specs that is there in the market is CH4 level. And the highest specifications is CK4 API. When it comes to European manufacturers, we call ASEA, which is limited for European manufacturers. The current ASEA level is under ASEA E4 and E7. Usually, the lubricants under ASEA E4 and E7 are standard SAPs. On the other side, the ASEA E4, E6 and E9 are either mid-SAPs or low-SAP lubricants. Now, starting next year, these ASEA categories will change. Full SAPs, which is ASEA E4 and E7, combined with API CI4, will remain the same. But next year, all these E6 and E9 specification will be superseded by ASEA E8 and ASEA E11, which is combined with API CK4. So it's very important for OEMs that require this specification, you should be using only either mid or low SAP lubricants. Earlier, we talked about the actors in terms of the maintenance. There are two main actors in the maintenance. One is a truck driver, and one is the fleet owner. For the truck driver, his vehicle isn't just a truck. It is his home. It is his office. And this is what makes him safe all the time. For the fleet owner, the fleet management needs to be cost efficient. And what costs most for the fleet owner is not to have an interrupted operation. Total Energies have an answer for this. The main pain points of the truck driver and the fleet owner is how to not worry about the truck and the fleet maintenance. And again, Total Energies have the answer. It's time to trust your engine oil. That's why we have introduced in the market Rubia, the new range of Rubia engine oil, which boasts more than 200 plus approvals from heavy-duty vehicle and equipment manufacturers. So let's go through one of the range. Rubia Optima 3500 is mostly applicable for on-road sector. These trucks, what we are talking about, the Scania, the Iveco, the MAN, Mercedes, it's all approved by the major OEMs. We have two kinds of viscosity that is present in our range, the 5W30 and 10W40. As I've said earlier, there are some OEMs that requires even a thinner oil, in which we have a range called Rubia Optima 3500 FE 5W30. This range have this InnoBoost technology. What is InnoBoost technology? It is a formulation wherein the antioxidant used can make the viscosity stable, make the properties of the lubricant intact. Thus, it can go for a longer period of time. That's why the Rubia Optima 3500, we call it as a long drain interval product. We have made a lot of field trials in the market on the same range of product when the conventional oil can run up to 5,000 to 10,000 kilometers or 250 to 500 hours. Our range can go up to 40,000 kilometers or even 1,200 hours. So it's very important that this product will be introduced and should be used, especially when the truck have the post-treatment system and also a DPF. Also, as I think you have heard from the panelists earlier, that we have a product that can do a fuel consumption up to 1%, and this range exceeds the API CK4 standards. Let me go through the evolution of the product from our range for the on-road sector. As the panelists said, that there are a lot still of trucks present in the UAE below the Euro 4 specification. We still do have the range. It's called Rubia Fleet 20W50, which is the minimum API standard, which is CH4. We do have the conventional 15W40 CI4 and the equivalent synthetic-based technology 10W40. It is very important to know that these two range of product are standard SAPs lubricants. The top tier, which I have mentioned earlier, is that the Rubia Optima comes into two viscosity grade, 15W40 mineral-based, and also 10W40, which is based upon synthetic technology. So it's very important when you have the Euro 5 and Euro 6 engine with a post-treatment system and DPF, you should be using a low SAP product. When it comes to off-road section, the earth-moving equipment, we have the standard offering. It is called Rubia Works 1015W40. It is a standard SAP, but it's not a fuel economy lubricant. However, it has all the manufacturer's approval starting from JASO, DH1, ECF2, ECF1, Caterpillar specification, and meets the requirement of some OEMs like Scania, Hitachi, John Deere, and so on and so forth. Now, we are introducing in the market the Rubia Works 4000 range. It is the latest API CK4 product, which is having a JASO DH2 approval. If you can see in our range, we have from 15W40 standard offering, mineral-based. It's a low-sap product. We have also the mid-range, which is a 10W40 semi-synthetic, low-sap. And we have the top tier, Rubia Works 4000 FE fuel economy, 10W30. So if you can see all the approvals here, it has the highest ASEA level, ASEA E11, E9. Of course, it's a CK4 product, and it has all the approvals from Mercedes, from Volvo, Caterpillar, specification ECF3, and it is a JASO DH2 product. All this new range of products we have introduced in the market. However, it comes with, okay, I'll go for the Rubia Works, I'm sorry. Why Rubia Works? As I've said, it covers most of the OEMs. For Rubia Works, it is approved by Japanese, European, and American specification. And it is formulated to be used in extreme condition like here in the UAE. If you can see that Rubia Works 4000 have a fuel economy saving up to 1.4%. Maybe you are saying that it's a small value, but it will make a lot of difference if you have a big fleet. In terms of piston cleanliness, it is 70% cleaner than the most of the oils in the market. In terms of oxidation control, it exceeds more than the ASEA E9 requirement. And of course, it's a low sap. Why we need a low sap in the lubricant? Because we need to avoid clogging of the DPF. So these Rubia Works have this low ash content to avoid this clogging of the DPF. In terms of technical services, when we introduce new products in the market, we also introduce technical services. Aside from the normal oil analysis, which we are doing to our customer, we started also to introduce fuel analysis. We can do tests of the sulfur content, water content, or any contaminants. Also, we do coolant analysis, wherein we do analyze the glycol content, the pH value, and the alkalinity reserve of the coolant. And the latest, we do also grease analysis, wherein we test for wear metals and also some water ingress into the greases. And also we do lube audit, field trials, and technical training. In terms of electrification in heavy-duty vehicle, there's a study saying that here in the UAE, 5 years from now, there's an increased growth of the demand up to 30% on the electric vehicle. But 95% of that is more on the light vehicles or the PCMO range. In terms of the heavy duty, globally, they're saying after 3 years, around more than 300,000 units of electric vehicle will be there, and around 30% units is dedicated for heavy duty. So it's very important for Total Energies also to be aligned with the electrification in future. Most of the people will say that lubricants will not be there when electric vehicle will come. No. Also, Total Energies partnered with the other OEMs. We have formulated the product range called EV Fluid. We have two range. We have for heavy duty called Rubia EV Fluid. And for the light vehicles, we have the Quartz EV Fluid. So there are also different range in terms of the application. But what is the heart of this is the battery itself. We need to protect the battery. So we have this EV battery, which is the main purpose is to ensure that there will be no overheating on the batteries. But what I can say, most of the panelists also earlier said that it's still early, really, to be honest, on that kind of a standard specification for electric vehicle, because most of the OEMs, they are in different stages of electrification. For us, we partnered with the major OEMs, And maybe later on, this range of product will also be changed. So maybe in the next convention, we'll also be giving you more update with regards to EB fluid. So in terms of internal combustion engine, it will remain the same for the next 20 years. I think I have mentioned to one of the participants here that this will stay for the next 20 years. For us, Total Energies, we continue to develop products to cater for the OEM requirement and also for the market demand. Rubia engine oil, again, boasts more than 200 plus approvals of the major OEMs. There are 4 key customer benefits by using our range. First is to reduce downtime of the entire machinery fleet. It increases the lifetime of your machinery. It optimizes the maintenance costs and reduces the total cost of ownership. For us, we are doing a lot of TCO with a lot of our customers. And it is really showing a lot of cost savings. And these benefits all boils down to the answer on the pain points of our truck drivers and the fleet owner. Maybe all the people here in this room will agree to me that there is no amount of money or value when it comes to peace of mind. Peace of mind in terms for the truck driver because his truck is his home, his office. And then what makes it important for him that he feels safe because the engine or the vehicle can be trusted and it's reliable. For the fleet owner, it's very important that he has this his whole maintenance maintained for a long time. Again, truly, Total Energies, I can say it's time to trust your engine oil and only trust Rubia engine oil. And I will be leaving you with a video to summarize all the information. Thank you.